Gentlemen, is there anything more disgusting than catching a glimpse inside somebody's ear and seeing a bunch of yellowy, orange, flaky, waxy nastiness? Getting hungry? Well, keeping your ears clean and free from all that nastiness is part of the hygiene game. And it doesn't matter how clean you are. You could shower 75 times a day. You could sparkle. It doesn't matter. If somebody catches a glimpse inside your ear and sees nastiness, gentlemen, let me tell you, that is a deal breaker 100% of the time. Not to mention super gross. And so today I'm going to go over and talk about 2 options for keeping your ears squeaky clean. The first is the most standard, the Q-tip. Now the Q-tip gets a bad rap, and I know a lot of people out there are like anti-Q-tip, you're gonna jab yourself, rupture ear. Here's the deal, you're not jousting, okay? Your eardrum is sensitive, you're not going in too deep. If you don't know that by now, I mean, don't, sit, no! The Q-tip, it really hasn't changed much over the last 100 years. It's not like toothbrushes, where they're always like new bristles and directional rotating. It's not like they're sticking steel wool on these bad boys. It's pretty much been a little piece of cardboard or plastic and some cotton. Now here's the deal. There are good Q-tips and there are bad Q-tips. What you want to look for in a Q-tip is a nice tight little cotton swab, not one that's gotten all funky and fuzzy, because I have heard of cotton getting stuck in the ear and people actually having to go to the emergency room to get it removed, all right? But if you have a Q-tip, it's got a nice tight little cottony swab on the end, it's fine. Here's the deal. When you clean your ears, the best time is right after a shower, all right? Everything's all hot and steamy, some moisture. Yeah, it's gonna be removed and come out a lot cleaner. What I want you to do is actually trace your ear, all right? A lot of people get and worry about inside, but you gotta get all those folds too, because you can develop buildup of grease, grime, and actually develop blackheads in that area. So make sure when you're cleaning those ears to outline or trace all those little folds, and then gently go, I'm not gonna explain how to use a Q-tip. Nice and easy. No need, we're not nice and smooth, all right? You don't need to get all up in your brain. It does, no. Nobody can see that far anyway. But gentlemen, there is another alternative to keeping your ears squeaky clean that does not involve sticking anything inside your ear. It is much less invasive. It is actually hydrogen peroxide. You've used it for years. Remember, you're growing up, you go outside, you're riding your bike, you're chasing the dog, you skin your knee, and you come bawling inside, and your mom's there, and she's like, oh, Johnny, come here, sit down. And she pours this on, and you're like, it's gonna burn. And it never burns. You're like, oh, that's not too bad. It bubbles and fizzes and basically kills all the bacteria and nasty germs. Well, you can use this to actually remove excess wax and to clean your ears. All right, so what you're gonna need is going to be your hydrogen peroxide and a cotton ball. I am using a cotton round because I'm fancy. What you're gonna do is simply place the cotton ball over the open end and saturate the cotton ball. Yep, don't spill it all over the place. All right, when it's nice and wet, what you need to do is actually lay down. All right, get comfortable, gentlemen, because you're going to be here like for 5 to 10 minutes. You've got your saturated cotton ball with hydrogen peroxide, and all you're going to do is squeeze it into your ear, all right? Fill it up. And then it's just it's just the function of hanging out and waiting. This is the downside to this option. You actually need to chill out for about 5 to 10 minutes and let it work. It's when you first put the peroxide in, you actually hear the fizzing and bubbling like you would see on a cut. It's happening inside your ear. I like to envision that I've got the little scrubbing bubbles in there, just going to work and making sure that my ear canal is squeaky clean. If I'm yelling, it's because I can't hear anything. Anyway, after 5 or 10 minutes, the bubbling and hissing will subside. I would recommend having a tissue to catch the runoff, because when you sit up, the peroxide is actually going to come out of your ear. And up. And tilt your head and just let the peroxide run out. And when you're done, time to do the other side. And repeat. Gentlemen, Let's face it, there is nothing sexy about having dirty ears. So we have just gone over 2 options. You can go all standard with a Q-tip. Just be careful. Don't jam it into your ears, alright? The other option that is less invasive is actually using peroxide. The downside, it takes a little bit longer, but other than that, it will keep your ears looking great all the time.